If you need me, you can call me. I stay busy making money. You know what is.
Hi guys, it's Kendra. So today I'm going to be doing a perfume video for you guys. I feel like I haven't talked about perfumes in a minute on camera. I've obviously always been obsessed with perfumes. Like, I love smelling good. If you guys are new to mine and Kelsey's channel, you should know that Kelsey and I both love smelling good, but I am just on another level when it comes to perfume and the amount that I have. And today I want to talk about my top summer fragrances for you guys, since we are still in the middle of summer. It's kind of almost over, kind of not. If you live in the South, you should know it's still going to be hot until pretty much October, probably November. November is when it starts to get cooler. But I wanted to talk about all my favorite summer scents for you guys, because I've been wearing all of these this past summer and I've been obsessed with each and every one of them. Some of them are older scents, some of them are new that I want to talk about, and I'm going to try to describe each scent the best that I can, because I know these perfume videos can be tricky, but I just love perfumes and I just want to share some of my smell goods with you guys. And I feel like these smells are more universal than like my go-to like signature all-time scents, because my typical go-to scent is a more sweeter, very rich smelling, kind of extra, very strong smell. And these are definitely more universal to people who are sensitive to very strong smells. Okay, so the first one I have here is Matte Turquoise. I've had this for a few years now. This is the only bottle that I've ever owned. So it's taken me a minute to get through this entire bottle, because of course I have a lot of perfumes, but I'm just about done with this one. I've had it for about like 2-3 years maybe. And this smells exactly like the name says, Matte Turquoise. It has a very like aquatic water clean smell. A lot of people say that this is very comparable to like that Hollister smell, like that very masculine but still feminine kind of smell. I love that about the summer perfumes I'm going to be talking about. They're very like unisex in a way to where if you're not into like a super girly scent, then you would like more than half of these. I do have like one super girly smell, but that's just me. Like, I can't help myself with those kind of smells. But this one is very clean. It's very crisp. I can describe it as like a very crisp smell. And out of all the perfumes I have here, this one is the most affordable out of all of them, because you guys, perfumes can get kind of pricey. On the MAC website, this is described as a lotus, orris, and blue cedar smell, and it says that it is a sea-inspired fragrance. So of course you can tell by the packaging it's a very like summer, like water-inspired fragrance. And I think this would be a perfect go-to perfume for like the everyday girl. If you're like a casual kind of girl, you don't really like to do too much, wear like a full face of makeup like me. Like, if you're just a very like understated person, then I feel like you would love this. And even if you're like extra like me, you would love this on those days where you run errands, go grocery shopping. So I feel like this is the perfect everyday go-to smell for anybody. So this is pretty bomb. Okay, so my second top 5 summer fragrance is from the brand Replica. And this is one of my newer perfumes that I got early in the summer. Basically springtime is when I got this, because I knew I would love it the whole summer. This is from Replica, and this is called Sailing Day. I got this in a sample from Sephora. I used to think that those did not work, but I feel like I've gotten at least 3 perfumes from these things. I basically got this in a sample that Sephora sent when I made an online order, and it came in like an envelope, and it has like all these little small samples of their new perfumes that they're coming out with. And this was in there, and all I saw was Sailing Day, and I saw a boat and a yacht, and that was so spot on, because when I smell this, I literally think I'm on a yacht in the middle of Santorini, Greece somewhere, and just being carefree and just feeling clean and fresh, living my best life. Like, that's what this smells like. It's so clean. And it does say that this is a female and male fragrance. I love these Replica perfumes because they have like the description on it, and they give you kind of like a vibe to go with the way it smells. So the fragrance description says this is aquatic deep sea. So it's very similar to Matte Turquoise, like the same family, but they do not smell the same. I would definitely say this is a little more masculine than the turquoise. This, like it says, is a unisex smell, but I do feel like women would like this a little bit more because it's a softer, like cologne kind of smell. Yeah, it's definitely softer, and it's like a very clean smell. That's been my go-to this past summer. It's just a clean, fresh smell. I do have like my extra smelling sweet smells to mention in this video, but for the most part, I like a clean smell for the summertime. Because when you're hot and sticky and sweaty, you just feel gross. And when you have like a fresh, clean smelling perfume, it just makes you feel clean and fresh. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just like a clean smell for the summertime because I just hate being hot. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I don't like summertime, like at all. But having a good clean smelling perfume makes it better for me. So that's also why I want to mention these fragrances to you guys. If you're looking for a nice clean smell, and if you don't like being hot and sweaty like me in the summertime, then you will love all these. But this one is probably the priciest, second to priciest. This one and one other one are kind of on the more pricey side, but it's definitely worth it. It lasts a really long time. That's what I wish about the MAC one. This one I have to spray a lot more for it to last. Like, I spray a lot. I spray a lot of perfume on in general, but I feel like I have to layer that one on to smell it throughout the entire day. This one, I feel like I can do less sprays and still smell it for longer. So I do love that about this. I will say the notes, but sometimes the notes be kind of off for me on Sephora. But the fragrance family that this is in is the fresh family. It does smell fresh. The scent type, it says it's a fresh aquatics smell, like I said. And the key notes are aquatic accord, coriander, red seaweed essence. So that's what Sephora says. It's very clean and fresh, like it's described on the bottle and online. So highly recommend this one. Love it. Okay, so my third fragrance is one that Kelsey and I discovered together inside Sephora. And I think Kelsey mentioned this in the vlog when she first bought it. Like that actual vlog, she mentioned that it smelled bomb. So this is the Moschino Gold Fresh Couture perfume. I think that's what it says. Yes, I said it in the right order. Yes, this is the Moschino Gold Fresh Couture perfume. I actually did smell their original one that one first came out, the blue one in the Windex bottle. This is the coolest thing about this perfume. Like when it first came out, when it came out with the blue one, then the pink one, I immediately was drawn to the bottle because it's a Windex bottle, and who would think to put perfume in a Windex looking bottle? It was genius. I don't even know how they were able to do that marketing wise. So maybe they cut a deal with Windex, I don't know. But it was super cool when I first saw the bottle. But the blue and the pink one are really good, but they're kind of basic to me. Like I wasn't wowed. I wasn't like, I need this perfume. When I smelled this one, I was like, I need this perfume because it's very sweet, very girly. I feel like this is a very girly smell. Like this is like that pretty girl that has it together. I like to think that's me most of the time. She just always smells good. Like if you are that girly girl who likes to smell sweet and like a hint of like fruity, like I like sweet fruity smells, but that are still like feminine and a little bit more adult, not as like teenager smelling. Like it smells more adult than like a super sweet fruity smell, if that makes sense. I love this one. It's a very warm smell for summer, I will say, but it's a very good transitional perfume. So it's a good summer into fall like transitioning perfume. And I think that it will probably be like, this is like in the realm of like my top 10 fragrances of all time. Like that's how much I'm obsessed with this. This is right up my alley in like the warm, sweet vibes that I like. And I feel like the longer it sits like on my body chemistry, like my skin, like it warms up even more, like with your body heat. But I will say some perfumes smell different on different people. So you just have to try things out for yourself to see if you will like them personally, like on you. Because there's plenty of perfumes that I like on other people that I don't like on myself. So that's why it's good to test stuff out. So if you don't want to buy the full bottle, that's what I love about Sephora. You can just ask them for a sample and test it out for like a few days and see if you want to go buy the full bottle. But this one, I already knew that I was going to like it because when they had a sample in Sephora, like an actual bottle like this, and I sprayed it on and I kept smelling it all day, like on my arm. Like as I would move around, I'm like, what is that? It was this. So good. The only thing I don't like about this packaging though is that the gold is very solid, so it's not see-through. Like you can't see how much is in here, which bothers me. Like I like to know what's left in my perfume bottle. So other than that, this is bomb. Even though this says the freshest fragrance, like this fresh like line of their like Windex bottle perfumes are known for fresh, this one is the sweetest to me. I don't get fresh. Like when I think fresh, I think of Max Aquatic and the Replica Sailing Day. Like this one, I don't get fresh. So that is, in the description is a little off for me, but other than that, it's bomb. The notes on Sephora say that it is in the warm and spicy family. It says the scent type is warm and sweet gourmands, and the key notes are yellow mandarin, opur, probably butchered that, jasmine, and vanilla. So that's also why it has like a nice warm down kind of scent. Like when it dries down to your skin, it does have like a hint of vanilla. I don't like too strong of vanilla because it smells kind of basic to me, but some vanilla in perfumes work, and it definitely works in this one. So I highly recommend this one if you guys are looking for a girly smell and you just want to smell really pretty and want people to ask what you're wearing, because they will with this. Okay, so my second to last top summer perfumes is one that I recently mentioned in mine and Kelsey's July favorites. I think that was July favorites. Yeah, I think that was it. Our most recent favorites video, I talked about this perfume, and it's from the brand Hermes. And this, like I said in that video, I've kind of, you know, put a big dent in it because I literally bathed in this on vacation when Kelsey and I were in Turks and Caicos. It's just one of those go-to smells that you can like not only put on your clothes but like put on your body. This is like a perfume that can also be used as a body spray. Even though I spray all my perfumes like on my clothes and my body, but this one you can literally put on from neck to toe, like all over. You just feel like a nice like vacation vibe. Like this smells just like vacation to me. When I first smelled it in Sephora, I was blown away at how much I like this, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not geared towards Hermes perfumes. Like I don't really hear a lot about them, and every time I'm in Sephora I look at other brands before I look at the Hermes perfumes. But the bottle got me. So that's how important packaging is, you guys. Like the bottle intrigued me. I walked up to it and I was like, that bottle is so pretty and like minimal and simple, and I just love the color of it. I just thought everything about it was pretty. So I just picked it up and I smelled it, but I smelled it not thinking that it would smell the way that it did. It's a very unexpected smell, so I think that's why I was obsessed with it. I'm not gonna say the name of this. I'll have the name somewhere, you know, on the side of the screen, because this is French and I don't think I can say it correctly, so I'm just not gonna say the name of it. But this one, I'll just call it the blue and the yellow one. Yeah, it smells really clean, but it has a hint of mint to me. It has a very minty smell. It's almost like the cleanest bougie smell that I can describe. Like, it's very clean and bougie. I don't know how else to describe this. See what I mean? It's just hard to describe these perfumes in videos, you guys. And every time I sit down, I'm like, why was I filming a perfume video again? Because it's hard to explain certain smells. Like you have to smell it yourself to know what I'm talking about. But this one, I did ask for a sample in the store when Kelsey bought this one in the store. This one, I got like one of those short little samples. If you get samples at Sephora, you know, like the little bottles that give you their like in tiny baby like atomizer spray thingies. And I finished it in one day. Like I sprayed the whole thing on. It was supposed to last for a few days, but it didn't last for me. I should have asked her for 2. I didn't, and I will say that this lasted all day, although I feel like if I didn't spray that whole thing on, that it wouldn't have lasted. So I do feel like this line of the Hermes perfumes are a little bit lighter than some of their other lines from the Hermes brand. Like these bottles, I feel like are good for summer because they're a little bit lighter and not as heavy. So if you don't like a heavy scent, then you probably won't like this. This is definitely more heavy of a smell. This is the lightest perfume that I'm talking about today, I will say. So it's a very delicate like vibe. Not in the sense of like a floral smell, but in like the vibe of it. It's very soft and fresh and bougie smelling. Like it's a very unique smell. That's why I mentioned mint earlier. Like I kept picking up like a mint smell and like a hint of like lemon, a little bit of citrus in there. On Sephora, it does say that literally has a novel about the perfume. I'm exaggerating, it's like a summary. It says, a novella that describes the spirit of a Mediterranean garden, luxuriant with trees and flowers, and evokes a mosaic of scents gathered from a private garden in Tunisia. Like a travel log, this fragrance captures up an idyllic world of shadows, water, and light, and the theme of a fig tree allied with Mediterranean zest. So that is the description of this perfume. It doesn't even have notes. It has a full summary about, you know, the story of this perfume. And I will say, when it said trees and flowers, I get like the trees vibe. Like it smells like, I don't know, like you're in a villa in Tuscany and you're just sitting on the porch in your like Italian villa, I don't know, drinking lemon water. Yeah, that's the narrative that I'm gonna create for this perfume. Like it does have like that kind of vibe. It's definitely not like a one note kind of perfume. You don't smell just one thing. And that's why I say it's very unique. You have to smell it for yourself. And I feel like out of all these, this is the one you guys will be like extremely like impressed with, because the other ones are like spot on the way I described them. But this one is just one of those where you just have to smell it yourself to get the vibe that I'm talking about. It's so good. Okay, so last but not least is probably my most unexpected scent that I would think I would ever love like this. This one is probably like my classy summer perfume, like the perfume you wear to dinner in the summertime. Pretty Woman, like if Pretty Woman, like the movie, if she had like a smell when she got, you know, a little more bougie in the movie, this is what I feel like she would have smelled like. I don't know why, but I get like Rodeo Drive when I smell this, like that vibe, Beverly Hills, I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from this. So this is Chloe by Chloe. This is the original Chloe perfume. And this is one of those smells that seem very timeless. This is like a smell that I feel like you would wear at 25 and you would wear at 45 and like 10 years down the road after that. Like this is a very timeless scent. The floral in this is not a like matronly smell. It doesn't have like that old lady like matron smell. It just has like that pretty sure of herself woman smell. It's a very like confident smell. Like I feel like, well, when I smell good anyway, I feel like more confident anyway, which is why I love perfume, because I feel like it just creates a vibe and it just makes you feel 10,000 times more pretty. Like I don't know why, but this is a very like chic, classic smell. That's like the most simple way I can describe this. It's a very simple, classic go-to smell. If you're someone who doesn't really like to smell fruity or extra girly, or you know, you don't really like too much of the like cologne kind of smells, you would love this. I only do florals if they have a unique like undertone to them, or if they have fruity mixed with the floral. Like straight up floral is something that I just don't go for, because it smells like a bouquet of flowers, and I don't really like the smell of flowers like that. But this one is like, I was surprised, and it does have a little bit of a powdery undertone, not like too like potent of baby powder, but just like a soft powdery smell. On Sephora, it does say the fragrance family is floral, which I told you guys I was shocked that I was obsessed with the floral like this. The scent type says powdery florals, so I was right about the powdery note in it. And the key notes are peony, rose, honey, and cedarwood. That explains why I like it. It has the honey and the cedarwood in it, so I understand like why this smells like a timeless, like a feminine smell. And I do smell the rose in it. When it comes to flowers, like the floral smell in perfumes, I will say rose is the smell that I do prefer if I do like a floral smell. Like the other flowers, I'm not really a huge fan of, because it just tends to smell too matronly for me. Like I just can't get with the flower smell. Like I just can't. But the rose smell is good. And I do know that Chloe has a actual like roses perfume, like just a roses Chloe perfume, but this is their original scent. And I didn't even realize that this had like a rose note in it as well. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this. So timeless, so pretty. I decided to get this size bottle during the VIB sale from Sephora, just in case you know, I wasn't that obsessed with it because I did like the sample, but I wanted to make sure that it was gonna last on me. And this one, like the Moschino one, does last a long time. Like I said, the Hermes one is more like a body spray kind of perfume. I think it's a toilette and not a perfume like the other ones that I talked about in the video. So that's probably why I have to spray that all over my body for me to smell it. And I definitely think it's a appropriate smell for pretty much anything. Like I wear this to church. You can wear it to work. You can pretty much wear it anywhere and it won't like offend anybody, because I do have a lot of perfumes that are kind of extra and loud and strong. Because I typically go for a perfume that you can smell as soon as I walk in the room. I don't like to smell like people can't hardly smell me, because I feel like that's a waste of money. Like you shouldn't buy that perfume, you know? Like I like people to smell me. That's the point of perfume, right? But this one is, the actual scent of this one is not offensive. So if you're looking for an appropriate perfume for church or work or any occasion, you can wear this to a wedding. I like to describe perfumes based on where I would wear it. And this you can pretty much wear anywhere. So I was trying to give you guys like a vibe and a narrative about most of them. Like vacation, the everyday girly girl, vacation, sailing day, they're basically telling you to wear it on a boat. So that's very descriptive. And the Mac Turquoise is like that go-to everyday scent for any girl, even the girls who don't really care for strong perfumes. That is the running errands grocery store perfume. So I hope these descriptions were helpful for you guys. Those are my top 5 summer perfumes of 2018. I hope this video was somewhat interesting for those of you perfume lovers out there like me, because I know there are some of you out there who don't care that much about perfume, but I do know there's that group of us who are obsessed with perfumes, and we share that bond of smelling good and smelling extra and never leaving the house without perfume on, because honestly I feel naked when I forget to put on perfume. So if you are interested in any of these scents, I will link them down in the description box below for you guys to purchase for yourselves. And you guys let me know if you want me to do more perfume videos like this, like talking about like my top 5 seasonal scents. So this was a summer 2018 one. You guys let me know if you want me to do a fall one or a winter one for the rest of the year, and I will do that for you guys. So let me know if you want to see that. And yeah, that completes this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.